Greetings. My name is Dr. Willie Brooks, Sr., your host, and this is Community Focus. Ladies and gentlemen, we have exciting guests here this morning. He's been on the program several times before, Willie Brooks. He's a community activist from Zion, and he is a person that you should know. Good morning, Brother Willie.
Good morning, Mr. Brooks.
We're very happy to have you again on Community Focus to bring the community up to date on the work that you're doing. Several articles have been written about you in the Zion newspaper, the Waukegan News Sun, and you've been interviewed by Chicago news media, and we want to keep the community of Lake County aware of what you're doing, because you're doing a great thing for the young African Americans in Lake County.
Well, it's a pleasure for me to be here this morning, and you're right. My name been out there. I'm doing a new thing. I'm trying to bring these kids to realize what price been paid in their history for them to have a great expectation of their future.
Lake County is approximately 750,000 people, and I understand you have been getting a lot of community support since the efforts that you have made in getting the youngsters to going out. In other words, they only know Zion, and now they're getting a chance to know that the world is larger than Zion. They learning about the history and so forth, and you are providing them that opportunity.
Well, our main thing, Mr. Brooks, is exposure. Most normal people live in suburban areas. They have normal lives where the father and mother take them different places in the summer and show them different cultures of people, different events that goes on. They see on the news. They like to go to them down the Navy Pier. They like to go skating. They like to go swimming. They like to go to the park. The things that we call normal, many kids are lacking right here in America and in Lake County.
Lake County is approximately 750,000 people, but majority of the African Americans live, locally in North Chicago, Waukegan, Zion, but now they're spreading out into other areas. But how important it is for them to learn about their culture outside of?
Well, most time we are born into a neighborhood, and we stay in that neighborhood limited. We are limited in where we go. What's been said, because words are information. Words take you to great heights, words. And so we're in a visual world right now. Everything is computerized, it's visual. Something happened in Africa right now. We get to see it, but we see it on our computer. We see it everywhere, but we never been to Africa. We don't know the culture of Africa. We don't know the culture of going to China. It's right at our fingertip, and you and I get to go and smell it, see it, taste it, and feel the culture, or even right here in America. Some things even downtown Chicago. Many of them never been downtown Chicago, North Michigan Avenue, some real nearby. And I like to take a group down to North Avenue and show them Chicago from another view.
Tell us about Willie. Willie is led by God, right?
It's all God. I have a checkered background. I'm not a perfect person, and I probably will never be, but I have done some things that didn't please God, didn't please myself. But then God turned it all around about 20 years ago, and now he has me as a prayer warrior, and through prayer, he gives me instruction what I should do next.
Brother Willie, you are an elder, and your wife is an elder also, right?
Well, we ordained elders. After we ordained, we left that ministry, and now our ministry is just in the streets. We evangelize in the streets. My ministry is in the park, up and down the streets. I see people by the cancer hospital in Zion, and I pray for people up and down by the cancer hospital. I pray for families that I encounter along the street. Jesus went out there among the streets and dealt with the people, the unsaved and the saved, and that's what I do.
In other words, saving people is not in the building, right? Christ never had an address. So you're out there doing what Jesus did, healing people. He's raising the dead. And so, of course, you're not raising the dead, but you're raising the level of their thinking and
preachers
their awareness.
Preach. That's their job. I'm a hear the word. I must go about doing his work. I'm commanded to go out in the streets and lay hands on the sick and pray for them and believe with them they're going to get sick. They're going to get healed. Certain things we are commanded as a Christian. We are commanded, not just one Sunday, every day Sunday, come in, hear a word, and then wait to hear another word. I'm commanded to go in the highways and the byways and command them and compel them to hear about Jesus Christ.
Tell us about the thousands of people in church every Sunday. What is happening? You know, we got new buildings and we got one building and congregation trying to outdo the other and this type of thing. We
really can't talk. Everybody got a different assignment. Your assignment is community. You ask, you go in, dig out what's wrong, and bring it to the headlines and bring it back. It's a need in community. Community activists bring it out. I'm an activist, but I'm also a Christian. So this is my lane. Everybody get in their lane. We got educators. They be in their lane. We got skilled tool workers. They stay in their lane. My lane is the community. My lane is not Donald Trump and Clinton. My lane is the local community. And every church have an assignment. If you're in the body of Christ and by Jesus Christ assign every preacher to assignment for that region. My assignment in this region is to open the blind eyes of the youth, take care of the seniors, and bring them out, bring life back to the seniors. They're not dead, they're just in the house.
Brother Willie, a few years ago, as you mentioned, you were a prayer warrior at that time, and you were bringing the unsaved together at, I guess it was Golden Corral and so forth, and all over to pray for them.
We had a platform where some weeks we had 75 to 80 men would come to Golden Corral on Saturday, and we would inform them on things in the community and give them an encouraging word. And I brought different preachers. You and I worked on that together. We brought different pastors, so we're not stuck in. Somebody in the region maybe need to hear more than they just one pastor. So we brought different pastors to give different views in the community and try to encourage men to be men in the community.
Now, every effort has been used to try to bring men together. Why men? What's the importance of men?
He empowered Adam first. Okay. He gave the power to Adam. He made Eve a helpmeet to help Adam with his vision. He planted a vision in Adam. And then he brought Eve, he pulled Eve out of Adam to help Adam with his vision. I'm not saying male or female, but he this way it started off, Adam, and he brought Eve out of Adam to help Adam with his vision. Most men don't have a vision. They get a woman, don't have a vision, so the woman have to take over and be the lead. So we got these women raising boys, and the boys never heard the voice of a man. Correction comes out of man. Vision comes out to man. If we no man speaking, no vision, no correction, these things and discipline comes out of a man.
Well, tell us about the vision. Why don't men have vision? God gave him the leadership, the dominion. What happened?
But during that time, Eve fell, and God punished Eve and Adam. And so we gotta look way back in there. And man, just in the last 40, 50 years, we come in America, man, especially the black man, he just gave up. He really don't have nothing to encourage him. We used to go through high school, we go to service, or we get a job. Now job is like a curse word. A lot of men can't find a job. They give you a record in jail. You can't get it. You've been in jail. You can't find a good, decent job, enough to pray for your child support and live too. So man just gave up and went underground, and a lot of them men underground just living off the woman who are able to work. It started even with back in the day when they did welfare. Well, the women could have many babies they want, but they couldn't have a man stay with. So they gradually taking the man out of the house. He can make a baby, but it better not catch him in the house with his clothes in the house, or she'll lose her benefits.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice that you hear is the voice of Elder Willie Brooks, a community activist here in Lake County. And we continue to tell you that he is a person that you should know. Willie, why don't we have more Willie Brooks? Are you training others to be Willie Brooks?
You know, you have to have a heart to do what I do. You know, I went to quite a few men, asked them to help me. The article came out in the paper, said I needed 20 men. Mm-hmm. I told corporation, I don't really need corporate money with this. I believe it's 20 men in the city would help me put this project. It shouldn't cost for $2,000 or $3,000. And we put 100, 150 together. 20 men should be able to do this. But men have been so programmed to follow one man, and one man don't okay me to do it. I can't do it. So men have been come out of drugs and slavery to be enslaved as a Christian. When Jesus told him, he said, you no longer have to go to the priest. I'm going to the cross. I'm paid the price, but I'm going away to sit by the Father. And you got access to me. I got direct access to him, so I do direct access. Most men think they have to go through a man to get an okay from a man. That's man's order. But Jesus said, I can come right straight to him as a Christian. And I went right, he come right straight to me. So he come to me. So most men don't have this mentality. I gotta ask 4 or 5 men who have to think about it 6 months to see can I help Brother Willie.
Well, we know that Jesus Christ is the mediator. That's the only way that you're going to get to God, right? Through Jesus Christ, not man.
Yeah. It's the only way. But he said, when he got ready to go, he said, you no longer have to go through a priest.
Uh-huh.
You can come right to me.
Well, the priest got to go through Christ also,
but
right?
we all, he said, you have the access to me. You have access. I'm leaving you the Holy Ghost. The Holy Spirit will allow you to lay hands on the sick and they shall be healed. He said you should drink poison and not die. Mm-hmm. They ain't talking about me. He didn't say I got to go to another man and he drink poison and lay hands on me. He said, you, because you have followed me, you have the same rights I got. And they shall be healed. You should drink poison, you won't die. And that's what I live on. Mm-hmm. I hear about all the others, but I have direct access to him. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know every word, but Paul and all the people he used, and David and all these people he used, they wasn't perfect people. He just let them, his spirit and their spirit lined up, and they obeyed him. He told Abraham, Abraham didn't have enough time to go tell his wife. He said, Abraham, you get up and come, follow me. He had to leave everything, take his son. He couldn't tell his wife, you don't kill our son. How you gonna kill our son? He wouldn't have to debate her because he had to tell her. Let's go. We going.
But Willie, you have been successful. No man is an island, right? So how do you expect to do what you do without others? You can't do it all by yourself.
Any assignment I have, with the assignment, God adds people as I go. You can't get nothing standing still. He said, go where I send you, then I finish the rest. If I'm in the water, when I get out in the middle of the water, God sends people with my like spirit to help me. Everything I ever did, you was with me one time, I done a prayer breakfast, and I didn't sell no tickets in advance. Next thing I know, 120 men came. You remember that?
Yeah.
120 men. So I had no idea when God, because he's God, he's a mystery. How he put people with me and put us when he give you an assignment. It's not my assignment. He's going to send people to help me.
Well, why are there efforts to put African Americans and Latinos and so forth in prison? Why is such a big effort?
Well, if you look back, even back in Jesus' time, we had tribes and we had some tribes. He said, go in there and kill them all. Mm-hmm. Kill I don't even want history of them. And kill the dog and the
because
cat.
Of disobedience?
Well, disobedience. They failed. They did something with God. What I'm trying to tell you is this spirit been going on forever. Every tribe is not going to make. He sent them to kill the tribe and then gave them power to kill a tribe. So it's tribes. We still dealing with racism, and we don't know which one it's called out. Because when I became a Christian, I lose my being a black man. I become a new creature in Christ. So now I don't see as a black man see. I talk as a Christian. And a Christian, I got to talk peace and love.
Now, why is it so difficult to get other races to understand this?
Well, the Bible says...
Because we have one Bible, it preaches love, right?
I think it's Isaiah 43. I may be wrong. But he say, who blind... But my ones I sent, who can't hear? But the ones I sent. Mm-hmm. He sent them and he unblind them. They blind and don't know what God's doing a new thing. They still stuck on old ideas and old theology. They still stuck. God said, I do a new thing. Before I do it, I tell you. So somebody's not hearing. And God is allowing me to hear. So Martin Luther King was different. Remember they attacked Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
The same people he walked with and talked with who celebrate him every year now, they was against Martin Luther King. Leave them people alone. You must be doing something wrong. Anytime change comes, people are not going to follow me. I'm not looking for them. I obey God. He sent people to help me.
What about the Israelites? There's an effort now to let people know that the true Israelites were the dark races.
It really don't make no difference right now. Right now, we don't know history.
Yeah.
History been rewrote a million times. The Bible is not the Bible. It was rewrote so we can understand it. We go back to Hebrew and Greek. So a lot of things is not the Bible, the original Bible. History can't be told right because we got a lot of people take it. We got years nothing was written. Years nothing was written in about nothing. So what we do about them years, so a lot of stuff is blank that he don't want them to be told. A man and man made him come out his way. But man always want to control something. And he controlled the Bible. He write the Bible like he want the Bible written. Then he put little words in it like he added on. He put little words in there, he added to it. Man adds to the Bible because he want to make sure he in control.
That's when we have so many denominations?
Denominations got different Bibles. I see different pastors writing Bibles. They got their edition. So, now we got bishops, we got archbishops, we got everybody a bishop. What happened to local pastor? Local pastor. Nobody want to be a local pastor to care about the sheep. I want to be international.
Tell me about the children that you're trying to support and trying to give a vision to. Would it help to have parental support?
I need what?
Where are the parents?
We had parents on the bus. I took 31 boys. We had some parents on the bus.
Yeah.
It was the first time that I done this encounter. I see a lot of things I can improve on it. But we had a couple men on there with their sons and nephews. And so the story was written where I got information from them, what I need for my next. It's a startup, so a lot of things I may have done I can improve on. I can improve on taking them. I would like to have a conference with the boys before I take them next time and let them know where we're going, what we're going to do. And then afterwards, I'd see what they learned out of it. It'd be more of a classroom atmosphere. And the trip be in between.
How do you select a boy? Is it boys and girls or just boys?
Just boys.
Just boys.
I'm only sent to boys.
How do you select them?
Well, I put it out. I went through the neighborhood asking boys because we have a lot of single moms. So boys, I see the need, by working in the park, I see the need of men in these boys' life. So I asked them, could they go home and ask their mother, could they go? Some of them did, some of them didn't, but I went through the community asking women, can their sons go with me? I seen a lot of single women. I went through the community asking single women, can their sons go with me? I just wanted to show them their history, and everything be paid for. So I didn't select the boys. God sent the boys because he let certain mothers send their boys with us. I didn't run a camp and say I'm picking the best boy because I got broke into along this route.
Yeah,
I was burglarized. But they asked me, say, Brother Willie, how about the boys at burglar? I would take him too.
Okay.
I would take them because one thing about a burglar, his eyes, he was blind. And I come to open blind eyes. So if he's blind and did something blind, I come to open my eyes, now you know it's wrong. You didn't know it's wrong at first, but now I come to let you know that's wrong. You got more in you. You're not a thief. You're not going to break in. In jail, you become a homosexual. In jail, you keep eating candies and cookies. Mm-hmm. I tell them straight up back.
Well, what about the girls?
That's not my assignment. My wife is working on an assignment for her with girls. We want to put this together in a nonprofit organization with the girls and the boys. My wife want to go into showing them how to cook, how to sew, and different motherly things that they need to know, common things they want to do. Well, my assignment right now is the boys, because I see the boys. You can't go you go to most McDonald's and you see a black person working there. 9 out of 10, they're a girl.
Yeah.
They don't have black boys. I don't know if it's culture. I don't know if it's corporate or what. They don't have black boys. Mm-hmm. 9 out of 10 McDonald's you go in that's not black owned, they don't have black boys to work the counter.
Amazing.
So I noticed that. I said, well, who care about the boys? You go in Walmart, any store you go in, very seldom you see a black man working the counter. Mm-hmm. Black male working the counter. So, man, let me work on...
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That may be me.
So black boys operating the counter?
Yeah.
Did you ever talk to management about it?
Talk to who?
Management about that situation.
Yeah, I talked to. It started with a management came to me and talked to me about putting boys in skilled trades.
Yeah.
A lot of boys in the neighborhood, a lot of it stays in one city, in one neighborhood. So they don't have, they're not going to move instead of having temporary, teach them about skilled trades. So they're in the neighborhood, they're never going to leave the city, and let's put a program together. So I took that program, and I worked on it about 3 months. I went, you know what? They got colleges and all that to get these boys. But how about the young boy to get him involved? To get him involved in education. Get him involved. If he start getting involved with doing something with men, now he's going to be a better student. He's going to be a better community person. He won't be hanging with thieves. He won't be hanging robbing. He won't get off his course. Because basketball and football is not his destination, always his destination. It's a free ride to college. But a lot of them will not make pro. And so now you got a letdown. You know what I'm saying? You do all this, but now you're not good enough to make the pro. Only one out of a million make the pro.
Okay.
So I saw this last year. I said, what you gonna be? NBA star. I'm gonna be in the NBA. I said, you ain't gonna. I said, I'm not gonna say you're not, but I'm saying it's a long challenge. So you gotta expand your mind, because it was paid by slavery. It was paid by being hung. It was paid by being raped for you to have a great education. We already paid the price.
Uh-huh.
And so I said, you know your history. You know how you value your future.
Yeah, well, it was basketball. Now it's tennis, but now they see Serena Williams is not number one anymore. So where do they go now? You know.
Well, she was a role model for 20 years. She's been a role model.
Okay.
She got a lot of people starting in something they never would stop. She don't win. Okay. So what I'm doing now, I'm opening eyes. I don't know how many will follow me. You know, we are monkey do, monkey see people in Lake County. So somebody gonna jump up and try to do what I'm doing. So I should see many people working with the boys. Many church organizations and nonprofit organizations should be working with the boys in 6 months, because everybody do what the other one's seeing. God ain't speaking to them, so I'm coming with a vision, and this vision now is impacting the world. So I should see this all over the United States. That outreach, the nonprofit groups reach out to the boys and expose them to more than just basketball and football or a neighborhood.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're talking to Brother Willie Brooks, a community activist in Zion, Illinois, and he's working with the youngsters and letting them know that this is a global society. It's more than just North Chicago, Waukegan, Zion. It's more than just Chicago. And his wife is starting a program with the girls, and he has realized that no man is an island, and he's trying to get. Or I should ask you that, are you trying to get other men to work with you?
Well, I'm trying to get other men to work. I'm trying to get other men to work with me. Yes, I need a lot of men to work with this, because it's not a one-man island. It's not my view, but it's bigger than me.
Okay.
And so I'm going to need different types of funding.
Okay.
This time, community funded me. But to do it again, I need funding. I need grants. I need different ways I have to generate money, and because I know money is. So many organizations are doing so many things. I'm not reinventing, but I know without nothing, if you expose you, these kids all summer long went from school, got out in June, they rode their bike around the park, come in the park. They never been nowhere. They never been to the main street.
Yeah.
They never been to Chicago the whole 3 months. So I'm saying, well, you never go nowhere. Then you go back to school lazy, vision lazy. You don't see nothing, you can't be nothing. Mm-hmm. So I want to impregnate them with vision. So now I want to be that.
Yeah. What about your schools? Do you have role models in the schools?
We have a lot of role models in the school. Different programs in Zion. They work with Afro American boys that meet every once a week in the morning, giving them positive ideas.
What about African American teachers in the schools?
I think Zion have few. I know they got a good staff. I don't know. I can't give you numbers. I can't give you numbers. I think Waukegan may have a handful.
And the majority of the students, look, 80% of the students in the Waukegan school system are Hispanics.
They're Hispanic.
But it's not the role models are not in the classroom.
Yeah, but we only got, if you look in Waukegan, you only got about 5% Afro American. When you get through talking. You got 10% white, 5%, 85% Spanish, 5% black, and 10% white. So what we gonna get out of this?
Now, what about the rate of crime, though? Is the majority of the crime?
Crime is a way of nature. Crime is I do what I see. That's what I'm talking about, exposure. Everybody in my block it got gym shoes on, cost $100-something.
Wow.
And my mama only make $100-something a month, and now how I'm gonna get the gym shoes?
Okay.
So you got recruitment of gangs and people that do things in the community. Gang recruiters are out there every day giving these kids money and taking them places they've never been. This is what I'm talking about, exposure. I can't expose nothing by it, bro. I can't expose you to nothing, bro. Wait till I get my check the first of the month, I can help you. I can't, it won't work. We fighting a real army of evil, and we got to fight evil with money. And we're giving them a purpose and giving them money. That's evil. Evil comes with money and all slick ideas. New gym shoes, chains around your neck, till you go to jail.
Now, when you go to jail, you find gangs there.
You got gangs in jail, out the jail. But where's the gang of God? Where's the gang of God? We so divided, we can't put a gang. We go in jail. 20 different churches going there doing outreach in the jail. But when my friend and I get arrested, we can't go to the same. We don't go to the same church. I can't talk to them no more.
Now, if you got, what is your ultimate goal now?
Ultimate goal is wake these boys up. To let them know they're more.
Now, have you gone to the ministerial alliances so forth?
This is the vision from God. God have not sent me to the ministerial alliance. And matter of fact, when Zion got most of my people who have gave me money for this are not Afro-American people.
What?
85% of the people who have supported me are either Spanish or white. 5% of white black Afro-Americans have supported me.
How do you get...
No church, black church, put their money in my pocket.
How do you get to them to... You shouldn't have to teach them, right? They should be leading
he say,
you.
Who blind but my people? Who cannot hear a new move of God but my people? The ones I sent in the community. They so program-minded, they don't see a new move of God. So that's what he did with Noah. That's what he did with anybody he used. He done something new, and he didn't tell the people. He didn't tell the ones he sent. When he building that big old boat over, he must be crazy.
Yeah.
He had to do something that nobody done before to let him know he's going to do it. Then he blamed it on God. Y'all know God, y'all talk to God. That's what I'm telling you about. Any organization want to come to me, they got a problem with me, they talk to God. Because I had nothing to do with it. He supplied the money. He sent the people to give me the money for the bus. I begged no man. Some politicians gave me some money. Some politicians gave me some money, freely gave me the money. And some people gave me some money. They supported me. And I'm thankful. But no man I went and asked for twos and fews. No church I went and asked for twos and fews. Matter of fact, I asked one pastor why he ain't helping me. He said, man, I don't do no snow cones. I ain't into that. I said, oh, but you hooping and hollering every week, and you getting tithes and offerings, and you don't see me out in the park, standing in the wilderness, trying to win these boys from hell? He said, man, he laughed at me.
Thank you very much, Willie Brooks, community activist from Zion, Illinois. We congratulate you on the work that you're doing in Zion, and hopefully it'll be spread to Waukegan, North Chicago area, and we will have a better community in Lake County. So thank you very much, and you're always invited to Community Focus to share your vision.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another awareness session on Community Focus. My name is Dr. Waddell Brooks Sr.,